Hey fam, thanks so much for joining me today. Super excited to have you guys here because we have guests today that are sisters, Nia and Sydney Coffey. They both played professional basketball. Nia still plays for the WNBA, and Sydney is now retired from the European League. And just wanted to have conversations with them as sisters today about the things that inspired them in life and the work that they do. Playing basketball. And now that Sydney's retired, she'll give us some updates on what she's been up to. So let's join them and have conversation. So we're here with the first sister. This is Nia Coffey joining us. Nia is the younger sister, and Nia currently is playing in the WNBA. She plays for Phoenix Mercury as a forward. So Nia, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. So here on Life Inspired with Mo, I generally love asking the question because that's what my blog is about how we inspire each other as women or just individuals in this world. So tell me what inspires you as an athlete?
I would say in my work as a professional athlete, I try to glorify God by using the gifts and talents that He's given me physically. And I'm super blessed that I can make a living this way. And by making a living this way, I also want to make sure that I can help along others by using my platform. Um, One thing that I have noticed as a professional athlete, it's very easy to fall into the things of this world that comes with being, a professional athlete, like the money, the attention, whether it's good or bad,
Hmm.
comparing yourself and your worth to stats, some of the contracts that you can get, your performance,
Wow.
all of the noise pretty much
Yes.
of this world. So, and it can be really tough because we do get judged on our performances and our stats and how well we do so we could get other contracts. So,
Hmm.
it's hard and it can bring a lot of pressure and anxiety on people. But what I try to continue to do is whenever I find myself in that mindset, I just refocus back on why I am playing this game and what inspires me to play this game. And to also help and serve others along the way by using my platform, whether that's little boys and girls or whether they're in high school or even college or other pro athletes. I really just try to use what he's given me and to be a light and reflection. And I try to remember how can I help someone today or how can I help
Yeah.
someone along the way. So long story short, it inspires me to use what he's given me and to help others along the way and to be present in the journey as well as where I'm trying to go and where I'm trying to end.
Yeah. So we'll pan over to your sister. Sydney Coffey's a retired professional women's basketball player, and now she's breaking out into fashion as a fashion designer. So you guys welcome Sydney. And we're going to just start with a couple questions, Sydney. So how are you today?
Good. I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. I'm so excited to have you. I'm constantly thinking about what inspires people and wanted
Mhm.
to just hear a little bit from you, with these very diverse opportunities that you have sought out and have had experience in. Can you tell me what kind of inspired you to, actually become a professional basketball player?
Yeah. So growing up, I was surrounded by basketball literally everywhere. All three of us played, my siblings. Nia and Amir played, and then my dad played as well, which he was the ringleader and that type of thing. So it wasn't really a choice if we were going to play or not. It was a matter of like when we were starting. So I played all the way throughout high school. I got a scholarship to attend my dream college, which is Marist College, where I was able to study fashion, which was amazing.
Oh, great.
And then after, when I was a senior in college, I like thought I was going to be done with basketball. I was like, I've played it long enough. I'm done. And then I was thinking, okay, what am I going to do after? I was like, I really want to travel. And so I'm like, how am I going to do that? And I'm like, well, maybe I'm not done with basketball because I know that basketball can take me to so many places as it has in my past. So I decided to make the choice to play overseas. And through that, I've been able to live in Finland and Australia, which has been absolutely amazing. So my sole purpose was traveling and being able to live and experience different cultures.
Oh, that's awesome. So really your inspiration for a lot of things you wanted to do in life kept you really seeking after the basketball and becoming really proficient and really good at that so that you could do all those other things that you were inspiring to do in life.
Right, exactly. Amazing to me how literally throwing a ball through a hoop has been able to make me meet all these people and take me to these places.
Oh, that is just great. Thanks for sharing that. So back to Nia. So Nia, what inspires you in life in general?
That I really do is pay attention to the desires of my heart. And one thing that I've recently found that I'm really interested in is real estate. So I'm still
Oh,
exploring some different areas within that field and kind of figuring out what part I would want to do and what, how that would look like and how that transition would turn out for me. So, but no matter what, I just want to make sure that in that field, I can somehow bring it back to helping others and just bring it all together.
oh, that's awesome to hear. I wish you the best in that. There's so many sectors of real estate that you could venture into, so that would be really awesome. So we'll pan over to your sister, to Sydney, for one last question here. I'm super excited about your new venture. So I know your new venture, I'm very familiar with it, more lay fashion, which means more legs. I love that concept. I heard you. I know originally you went to college to major in fashion design while you were there on your basketball scholarship, but maybe how and when did that start and what inspired you?
Yeah, so I've loved fashion since a really young age. I loved looking at the magazines. I loved watching fashion shows. And even growing up, I would style my friends, and it just came so natural to me. So,
Cool.
my biggest thing that inspires me is my purpose. Fashion is absolutely my purpose. So, that's why I decided to pursue that. So, growing up, it was really hard for me to find clothing that was long enough. Being so tall, it's so hard finding jeans
Yes.
or, I'd always have to roll up my sleeves. And playing basketball, I'm always around tall women and they also share that struggle. So I'm like, well, this is a huge market that hasn't been tapped into. And of course I did my research. There's places that do sell fashion for tall women, which is great. But not what exactly I'm looking for. So I was
Okay.
like, this is perfect. I can be the person to bring this into the industry. And so that's what
Yes.
I've been working on. So I've been working on that for a couple years now. It's a ton of trial and error, and meeting the right people, and just having things fall into place exactly the way you need it to. So that's just been my inspiration and behind everything, and wanting to bring confidence to tall women is my biggest motivation.
That's amazing. Yes. Awesome. And just the way you thought about that and, kind of how these other ladies that you're around inspired you, like, oh, I have the same issue we all do. So maybe I have a way we could resolve that. And it's up
Right.
my alley in fashion. So
Right.
that's amazing. So,
Yeah.
Sydney, I know sometimes you were just mentioning like sometimes you have ups and downs where things are difficult, whether you're trying to work through a new design and see
Mhm.
how it'll turn out, or trying to promote your designs. What kind of inspires you when you get through when you're going through those tough times?
So that's just my biggest thing. Like if you have something that you're super passionate about, you're really good at, I think there's space in this world for you to do that. And you have to go after it. And it's not going to be easy. There's going to be a ton of trial and error. But as long as you do it, then at least you could say you did it. And that's
Yes.
my biggest thing. I don't want to have regrets down the road.
Yes. And I really love that attitude of, just where you are is where you're going to be, and you're going to be the best at that while you're there in this place that you're in. So
Absolutely.
that's really awesome.
I agree
Thanks for
with that.
sharing that. Yeah. So I would like to thank both of you ladies for giving me your time. I know time is precious. So I want to thank both of you for just joining me today and elaborating on what inspires you personally and professionally. And I am just so blessed to have you both on the show today. So thank you so much for joining me. And thank you, fam, for joining all three of us today here on Life Inspired with Mo.